towards a global and a very rewarding career, which the qualification ACCA can provide to you. Now, I just want this session to be an extremely interactive session. So very quickly, the participants, if you could just, in the chat box, give us a heads up in terms of what is your base qualification right now. I'm sure some of you must have just got your class 12th results as well today. So super congratulations to all of you for that as well. And with, today's session and having just paid out this valuable 1 hour of yours, you will definitely get to know about a qualification that is going to give, huge wings for you to fly, really. It is a qualification which is recognized in 170 plus countries. In a layman's language, we call it the Global CA qualification. Allow me to, very quickly introduce and very warm welcome to my fellow participant, my fellow guest tonight, which is Mr. Rohan Rajavanshi, the Senior Business Relationship Manager, North India, who works at the ACCA office in India. Rohan currently serves as the Senior Business Relationship Manager at ACCA, having spent more than 6 years at ACCA. He has been instrumental in fostering institutional relationships, expanding the ALP network, of which obviously VGLD is also one of them, as well as collaborating with diverse corporations and introducing innovative initiatives to drive the progress of the accountancy field in southern as well as northern parts of the country. Now, before we actually, dive into the qualification, ask Rohan to step in and bring us the exciting world of ACCA, let me very briefly introduce VG Learning to you as well. I'm sure this name doesn't actually need any introduction. VG Sir in himself is a brand name that all of, the CA fraternity, the finance fraternity, just swears by, really. So yes, we are a brand name which has been there in the industry for the last 33 years. And it gives me immense pride to be associated with VG Learning Destination. And with, the qualification that we are offering, especially the ACCA qualification, you will know that, okay, after my class 12th, or even after, if you're pursuing your Bachelor in Commerce, or even if you're like a qualified CA or a semi-qualified CA, this is one qualification that can really skyrocket your career to the next level. Now, before I actually, proceed with the session, I will just like to share one of my very personal experiences having, mentored the students over the past 6 years at VG Learning. I always ask the students to make an informed choice about their career. Whenever you're choosing a qualification, it has to be after having done lots and lots of homework. It's not like, we are just buying a shirt. If I don't like it today, I can go tomorrow and, return it. No, it is something that is going to shape up your life. So extremely important for us is to make an informed choice. Do lots and lots of research, do lots and lots of homework. That is this qualification really giving me the trajectory where I want my career to, navigate for the next, like my entire life really from here out, right? So that is just my one request to all of you, to do your research in the group, in the WhatsApp group that we had prepared. I'm sure all of you have already joined in. If not, please join that group. I will be sharing some very useful links with you as well during the session and after the session as well, wherein you will, get all the resources that you need to, to explore while making an informed choice about ACCA. Now, I will just very quickly introduce some housekeeping rules for all of us to follow. So we will, I want this session to be a hugely interactive session. So please feel free to drop in your queries in the chat box. After the session, Rohan and I together will be taking up all your queries, and we will try to, answer all your queries during the session as well. After the session, the team VGLD will definitely reach out to you to answer if any at all, any query of yours remains unresolved, and for a detailed one-on-one counseling session as well. So please make use of the chat box, pour us with lots and lots of queries, because that is what we know. We really want this session to be an informative session for all of you. I think I've taken a lot of time, so let me very quickly please hand over the stage to Rohan, all yours. I'm just going to quickly stop sharing my screen, and a very warm welcome from the students as well as from the team VGLD to Rohan Rajvanshi. Over to you, Rohan.
Thanks a lot, Shilpi, for the welcome and the introduction. I'm just going to share my screen, and please let me know if you are able to see that.
Yes, Rohan, your screen is visible.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot, Shilpi, for that confirmation. So good evening to all. And my name is, as introduced by Shilpi, Rohan Rajvanshi. I work for ACCA in the capacity of Senior Business Relationship Manager, and I take care of the northern part of the country for ACCA. And I'm going to make sure that you've given such a valuable hour, especially on Friday evening, to us. So I'm just going to make sure that you get all the relevant information that you're seeking, and the information that might be available on the internet, but right at your disposal as of now. So ACCA, as I mentioned, is Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. ACCA was founded in 1904, and this is the 19th year in the celebrations. And currently we have more than 536,000 students. So we call our students future members. At ACCA, we have 3 stages: students, affiliates, and members. So once you are studying ACCA, you are an ACCA student. When you've finished all ACCA exams, you become ACCA affiliates. And when you have finished all the exams and have 3 years of work experience, that work experience can be prior to your qualification, during your qualification, or post the qualification. Once you have that, you will become an ACCA member. So as of now, we have more than 536,000 ACCA future members or the students, and 233,000 complete ACCA members. And this number is increasing as we speak. So these students and these members are present in over 178 countries. So this qualification is being studied, taught at more than 178 countries. We have offices in 51 countries, and we have more than 7,600 approved employers that we work with. When I say approved employers, these are the employers or the organizations that we work with, so that they understand the value that ACCA brings to their organization, and it also helps them to upgrade their currently employed people. So they have various L&D programs through which they offer ACCA qualification to their employees and support them in finishing them. But these employers understand the value of the qualification that we're talking about, and they also they have policies within to recruit people from ACCA or people who have partly qualified or completely qualified ACCA qualification. We have more than 350 learning partners around the world, and VGLD is one of our gold approved learning partners. So as a qualification, we do not teach, we qualify students, but we have learning partners where students can seek support to understand what they need to prepare for and then give ACCA exams. We have various strategic partnerships with various bodies in the world, like Chartered Accountants of Australia and New Zealand, CAANZ. Then we have for Indian ICMAI and various other bodies around the world, so that our qualified finance professionals are valued everywhere and they have mobility in their career. Now, I'm going to quickly jump on to the next slide, but please, feel free to ask questions on approved employers and other things. I might not be able to cover everything in detail today, but if you have questions on these, please feel free to ask, but I'll try to cover as many portions of approved employer as I can. Now, how ACCA qualification is different. So as I said, ACCA is a qualification which is in existence since 1904, and it's Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. So you become a certified chartered accountant from UK. And the difference that this qualification brings is an afterthought, but why or how this qualification is different from any other qualifications that is currently available in the world for you to take up and become a professional. So first of all, it's a professional qualification. It gives you, the status of being a chartered accountant. And the best part about the qualifications are it is flexible. So there is no grouping in our qualification. You can appear in any order, any number of exams in our sessions that we have. So when we talk about the qualification, you'll see we have 13 exams. The first 4 exams are on-demand exams that can be taken anywhere, anytime. The remaining 9 exams, they occur 4 times a year in March, June, September, and December. And these exams are held at our centers, as well as they can be taken while you sit at your home, remotely invigilated. So all our 13 exams are available to be taken up through remotely invigilated mode, so that you don't have to even visit the center. Or if the center capacity is full, you can still book an exam while you sit at your home and appear any number of exams, from 1 exam to 4 exams per session. So we have exams 4 times a year, March, June, September, December. For the the 9 exams that we have, for the first 4 exams, it's you are prepared today, you can write the exam tomorrow, and all of them can be taken at your home. It's a rewarding qualification. It gives you advanced diploma in accounting and business. It gives you diploma in accounting and business as well if you finish the first 3 papers. But if you finish the first 9 papers of ACCA, you will get an advanced diploma in accounting and business. It gives you an MSc degree option from University of London. So once you finish all your ACCA exams, that is 13 exams, you have an option to get an MSc degree from University of London by submitting a research and analysis project. That is entirely up to the student. However, there is an option. Approval and verification of that project. Upon that, you will be granted a degree from University of London, which is going to be a regular degree and not a distance learning degree. So if you at all opt for MSc degree from University of London after finishing all ACCA papers, you just have to submit a research project and you can get a degree from there. The qualification is liked by the employers. Why I said that we work with more than 7,600 employers is that the only duty that we have towards our students is not only to register them and make sure they write the exam. The biggest duty that we have is that we complete the full circle by making sure that our students, affiliates, and members are employed and they get employment at the place of their choice. They would be enabled to do things that they want their career to be developed in, not something they have been offered. And that is where we have teams who work with various organizations to make them our approved employers. And we have 7,600 of those. So you can think of any company that is available in the world and you want to work with, I'm pretty sure that they will be in our list of approved employers. If I talk about the big 4, worldwide, they are our approved employers. EY in India is our platinum approved employer. So if you see, we have various connections with employers, the various ways that we work with employers. We have dynamic syllabus. We have practical and case study basis evaluation, and we have computer-based examination. All our exams are computer-based, available at the centers and remotely invigilated. Then we talk about ACCA qualification. So ACCA qualification has 3 sections. The first section, as you see, is applied knowledge. It contains 3 exams: business and technology, financial accounting, and management accounting. The 4th exam, which is in the second section of applied skills, it is corporate and business law. These are the 4 exams that I talked about are on demand. If you are prepared for any of these exams today, you can write any of these exams tomorrow at our on-demand centers or at your home. For the remaining 5 exams on this page, which are under applied skills level, they occur every 4 times a year, out of which you can choose any session and appear for these exams. So these are the first 9 exams of ACCA within the 2 sections of applied knowledge and applied skills. You have to finish applied knowledge to get on to applied skills, but you can write any exam within that segment. So if you are in applied knowledge, you can choose to write management accounting before financial accounting. If you're in applied skills level, you can choose to write financial management before the taxation or even before corporate and business law. So it is entirely your choice, entirely your speed and pace at which you want to take up the qualification and progress through it. Usually students take between 1 to 2 years to finish the qualification. And that is with a pace where they write 1 to 2 exams per session. Students with 1 exam per session also take a maximum of 2 years to finish the examinations and finish the qualification if they, are serious about it, and if they progress properly towards the qualification, and if they have a plan in place on how to progress for it. Now, moving on to the next section, which is one of the most important sections of ACCA qualification. It is called strategic professional level. So people who have prior qualification, they get certain exemptions from ACCA exams, but everybody in the world who wants to take up ACCA qualification, irrelevant of the fact how many exemptions they will get, they will still have to write the strategic professional. So whatever your prior qualification is, if you want to take up ACCA qualification, this section is mandatory for all. And it has a total of 4 papers that you have to complete. If you see, the first section is essentials. So strategic business leader and strategic business reporting are the first 2 essentials and mandatory exam of this section. And the remaining optional exams are 4, out of which you have to choose 2, making a total of 13 exams for ACCA and 4 in strategic professional level. So 3 exams in applied knowledge level, 6 exams in applied skills level, and 4 exams in the professional level. You can choose to write any of these optional or essential exam in any order. So if you want to write AAA before SBL, you can do that. But within that segment, you have to stay. And once you finish these 13 exams, you become an ACCA affiliate. Now, I spoke about exemptions. So ACCA understands that if you already have studied something, we should not ask you to do something which is duplicate, and we should not be asking you to rewrite those exams. So for certain prior qualifications, ACCA has given certain exemptions. So if you see, for a person who has finished their BCom or MCom from any of the institutions in the country which are approved by UGC, they are eligible to get post completion. So all of these exemptions are post completion and not during the qualification. So BCom and MCom pass get 4 paper exemptions from BT to LW, the first 4 papers, as I mentioned. Students who are, or the people who are cost accountants of India, they get 7 papers for affiliates and 9 papers for fellow members. People who are members of ICI of India, they get 9 papers exemption, BT to FM. People who have finished the second part, which is intermediate of CA, IPCC, get 5 paper exemptions. And people who have IPCC plus BCom, they get 6 paper exemptions, including the extra exemption from BCom. So these are some of the examples of exemptions that people get with their prior qualifications if they have the completion certificate of that qualification and not before that. Now, ACCA Career Portal, as I said, we believe in completing the full cycle rather than just making sure that students are registered with us and they complete the qualification. We make sure that after or during the qualification, the people who are associated with ACCA, who are aspiring or have become a finance professional, should have a job and a job of their choice, and they progress in their career as well. And that is why, as I said, we work with various employers, and that is what our exams are also based on. So if you see the approach that our exams have, that are practical, nature, they have very application-based questions. And we were talking about, so I'll move back a little bit. We were talking about strategic business leader as one of the exams that everybody has to take. Now, this exam, if I talk in just a layman's language and do not get into the technical details of it, this is one of the only ACCA exams which is of 4 hours. And as I said, if I speak in layman's language, it has only one question, or maybe only one case study, if I have to put rightly, which you have to resolve for 4 hours. 1 hour is given to study that, and 3 hours are given to work on that. So ACCA qualification prepares you to be job ready on day 1. And that is why the nature of our exams are such. We ensure that every exam of ACCA that you write builds a competence in you, which makes you job ready and which enables an employer to hire you because they understand the skills that you have received or you have been imparted with once you have finished the qualification or you're still going through the qualification. So we have an exam called financial reporting, which gives you tremendous knowledge of IFRS, and that can be applied at any of the organizations that you work with. So ACCA Career Portal. ACCA works with various employers, and this is the career portal that we have for the people who are either studying ACCA or have finished ACCA or our members. So this is a career portal developed by ACCA where our teams who work with employers post jobs and post various vacancies for the students who are aspiring to become a finance professional or who already have become a finance professional. And I'll maybe try to show you a glimpse of it by taking you through it. And let me know if you can still see the screen or if you're facing any issue.
Yes, it's visible, Rohan.
Thanks, Shil. Thanks for confirming that, Shilpi. So if I have to go category wise, let's click on Asia Pacific first. And then we go here and we see India. So there are 977 live jobs that are currently on our portal for India alone. If you see the other countries, we are, at pretty good state. So the myth that ACCA only helps students get a job abroad is no more a case, or was never the case, but was wrongly, stated. But I can show you now, and it is visible in front of you, that India has 977 jobs live. And I think this might be one of the top few numbers that we have for all the countries. So if you go to India, you can see all the jobs which are here. So you see the organizations like Barclays, EY. So this is our portal that I'm showing you live. There's nothing that I'm making it up or showing you on a PPT. This is the website that we have, jobs.accaglobal.com. So look at the jobs that we have. And it's for every location. This is for Ahmedabad, this is for New Delhi, this is for Bangalore. So we are covering the whole country and the nation. So Hyderabad. So wherever you are, wherever you aspire to go within India, we have an opportunity. And I showed you in the previous page, if you don't want to stay in India, you have aspirations to go abroad, there is no limit to jobs in any country. So if you see, jobs are everywhere. We have in Gurgaon, we have in Chennai, we have in Mumbai. So every location, Pune, which you can think of where jobs are available, normally we have a job there. And I can show you the last of it. There are live jobs, because this is not a just a list of jobs that is there. It is still a day left for this job to be applied. So we are on the 50th or 49th page, and there are days left to apply for this job as well. So all these jobs are there for people to take up. People do take benefit of that. Now, if we have to go again and look at it a different perspective, let's say I'll just write here manager and search for location India, right? Let's give it a search. See, it is showing you all the jobs that has a keyword manager, either general, assistant, deputy, and you can choose the job as per your liking. You can look at as per your profile, and you can search. You can even change the location. See, if you want to change the location and you want to put Mumbai, you don't want to go for the whole India, you'll still get results. So you can choose as per your location, as per your convenience. And this job portal has jobs for everyone. You see, there are jobs which are ranging from these packages, even these packages. So there is a plethora of jobs available here. Once you enroll with ACCA, once you start your qualification of ACCA with VGLD, then you will see the resources that we have. This is just a glimpse of one of the resources that we have, and we don't even want to talk about it much because this is something that we anyway do. But I'm just showing you the possibilities that you have. Now, if you see, we have jobs everywhere in the world. The whole world is covered. So anywhere you want to have a job, you're more than welcome to visit our portal and look for a job. But these jobs will be custom or tailor made for the people who are associated with ACCA. So there are jobs here who will have people who are either pursuing ACCA and have reached some level, or they have reached the advanced diploma level, or people who are affiliate. So it's not that you have to finish the whole qualification to be employable. You will still get jobs here if you're partially qualified, but you have to reach a certain stage to be employable. But this was just a glimpse. And you can take a screenshot of this link. You can just write on Google careers at ACCA or jobs at ACCA. You'll be able to find this link. Have a look around. Once you finish this webinar today and you have nothing to do on your phone or your PC, just have a look around and look at the jobs that you might look to have in the future, or you're still looking at. And you might be surprised, and I'm sure that you will be surprised that you will find an appropriate or the most eligible job for yourself within those 977 jobs. And that might inspire you to take up a professional qualification, and ACCA is one of them. So this is something that we do for our students, affiliates, and members on a daily basis. If I have to give you an average, we post an almost of 67 jobs average daily on our career portal. And these jobs are all available, custom tailor-made for our ACCA finance professionals. Now, these are some of the brands. I've already shown you this on the jobs page, which I've just shown. But you can still look at some of the brands that we work with. We work with more than 7,600 of them. I can only fit 10, 15 on this particular slide. But if it will take us hours and hours to go through the entire list of 7,600 employers around the world. And ACCA is one of those qualifications which gives you an edge over anything else. Why I'm saying that? Because while we work with these employers, you have to understand the whole concept of it. It's not about only generating the jobs. It is not about only making sure that you get a job. When you have ACCA, irrespective of the fact that we are offering any jobs on our career portal through an employer, you still be able to get a job anywhere in the world, because that is the skills that we are giving you rather than giving you anything else. But we work greatly with our employers to ensure that people who are ACCAs have various options to look at once they finish or start their qualification. Now, this was it from me. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer them post Shilpi finishes their segment. And if you have any doubts about ACCA, you're more than welcome to contact any of these coordinates, or you can always get back to VGLD or Shilpi to drop in your question or queries, and we'll be happy to answer you with any means possible. But that was it from me. I'll hand it over to Shilpi, but it was great talking to you, and I hope I was able to give you some information which was helpful. Over to you, Shilpi, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rohan, for this extremely insightful session. May I please just request you to allow me to share my screen, please? Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Rohan. I'm sure with, there are many, many queries in the chat box. So the Q&A is definitely going to be a long session. But before that, let me very quickly take you through some of the key advantages that we as associate partners of ACCA bring to the table. Rohan has been, extremely kind enough to explain the number of exemptions that you can get on the basis of your existing qualification. There is no aggregation, no grouping in ACCA. It's extremely flexible qualification, so much so that you can appear for as low as only one paper every quarter when the exams are happening. Obviously, the pass rates here are considerably high. You only need a minimum 50 to pass your paper, and the global pass rates are above 60%. So that is just a very, quick synopsis of what Rohan has, very highlighted some of the key factors of the ACCA qualification. Now, I know one of the key, questions that is coming to your mind is with respect to the amount, the duration that it is going to take you to complete this qualification. We already know that, yes, on the basis of your existing qualification, you will get exemptions in ACCA. Now, what generally happens is that even if ACCA awards you with exemption, they generally charge the full examination fees to the student. which is definitely a lot, in terms of pounds they charge. However, when you, enroll yourself with VG Learning, being a gold approved learning partner, this is where our role chips in, wherein we provide you with an exclusive scholarship with respect to your ACCA registration, with respect to your ACCA exemptions. So the table here on the screen very quickly shows a synopsis of the amount of the scholarship that we will be offering to you. So a qualified CA can get up to 9 exemptions in ACCA, has only got 4 papers of the professional level to appear for, and gets an exclusive scholarship of 87,600 from VG Learning. Similarly, if you're a BCom qualified and you are done with your both groups of ACCA, of your IPCC as well, again, you get a lot of exemptions in ACCA and an exclusive scholarship up to 56,200 from VG Learning. And you can also get up to 9 exemptions. I think one of the questions in the chat box was with respect to 40 plus marks being obtained in costing, SFM, FR. So if you have 40 plus marks in various attempts, it could be as well. But in different mark sheets, if you've scored, 40 plus in any of these papers, you will be eligible to get an additional exemption in ACCA. So that technically is going to put you at par with a qualified CA as well. Why? Because they also get 9 paper exemption and you can also get up to 9 paper exemption. So that extremely important thing of recognition of your time, the efforts that you have spent so far, the money that you have spent so far in your base qualification is something that ACCA acknowledges, is something that ACCA recognizes that yes, you have done an existing qualification within India, and that is good enough for you to get, an accelerated program in ACCA. So that is how, it fast tracks your career as well. Now, ACCA Advantage, Rohan has very kindly already mentioned. What I will just very quickly focus upon is that when you register for the qualification with VG Learning Destination, obviously it's a brand name that doesn't need, any proof per se, but yes, all the ACCA trainers, including myself, are all ACCA qualified trainers. We've all been rank holders when we were, ACCA students. So yes, there's a quality, there's a trust that, that you can put in with us with respect to your ACCA journey. We know that, for a student, it's very important for them to give them complete assistance for their study support as well. So that is why our classes are live online with 100% backup given to you. So even if you're not able to come to the live class for any reason, you will be given the access to the LMS with the 100%, content being uploaded there. The trainers, obviously, because, they have their own, they are their rank holders themselves, so they have their own insights to share as well. So we do provide, trainer notes as well, apart from obviously the study material, which is going to be there provided by ACCA. Now, there's a lot of hand-holding that goes behind it. Obviously, for that, you would need a one-on-one counseling session with our expert team of counselors. But I am just going to very quickly take you through that. Yes, this is, something that you can very quickly start to make your, your mind upon. Obviously, you have to ask a lot of questions because that is the only thing that you need to be very sure of. And that's precisely what I mentioned at the start of the session as well, that yes, do your homework, ask lots of queries, be very clear, because this is a career choice that you're going to make. It's not something that, you can, just take back in a jiffy. No, it's again going to require a lot of time, energy, effort, money. Everything is going to be involved. So yes, please feel free to reach out to the team here at VG Learning, ask lots and lots of queries, and then make an informed decision regarding your career. Okay, like I was talking about the proven quality, we've got many, many rank holders across India, in fact, international rank holders as well, that vouch for the quality of the classes that we provide to you. So this is just a very quick synopsis. Approved employers in India specifically, I had mentioned because of the myth that, most of us actually have that, okay, ACCA being like a global qualification or international qualification, maybe their demand is not so much. But yes, Rohan has already solved this query of us by taking us to the live career portal and showing us the kind of opportunities which are available as we speak today. Imagine, 6 months down the line, or maybe 2 years down the line, whenever you finish your ACCA qualification, imagine the kind of opportunities that are going to be available to you. And this is something that we've shown to you, which is available direct from ACCA only. We've not, ventured into opportunities which are available via portals like Naukri, Indeed, Michael Page, and others. This is something which directly ACCA is assisting you with. Apart from that, obviously, the team here at VG Learning is also, very, very proactive in sharing your resumes. I think there was one of the students who mentioned that he's completed his 11 papers and is now looking for a job. So I've just poured in my email ID. I would request students to please, start sharing their resumes as soon as they register for the qualification, because even at the trainee level, we can help you in getting the relevant jobs which would be there. Okay, a very quick glimpse of the course fees which is going to be there. So there are going to be 2 sections involved here. One is the section of the fees which you're going to pay to ACCA, and the other is the section of the fees which will be payable to VG Learning. Now, I will not go into too much of the detail here because this is going to vary depending upon your entry level in ACCA. So like I said, if you just finished your class 12th today itself, you've got your results. So you will begin from the very first paper of ACCA. Your journey is going to be different from somebody who has probably, already done and qualified their CA. So yes, your cost, your time, your, that ACCA trajectory that you're going to take is going to be very bespoke for each one of you. So for that, you obviously need to reach out to the team for one-on-one counseling session. Okay, this is something that we've already discussed, but I would just like to very quickly run it through you, that this is exactly, the kind of scholarship which is available to you exclusively. Commerce graduate, an IPCC pass student, and a qualified CA. So this is for each one of you. I'm just covering very broad heads as of now. Supposingly you're coming in after an MBA in finance, again, you would be getting some exemptions in ACCA. For that, we need to reach out to the ACCA exemption calculator. I will be sharing the link with you as well separately on that. But here I've just very broadly covered just the, the major heads of, the seekers of the qualification really. Okay, so this is where you need to reach out to the team at. Please note down this number, 97 3 times 0 3 times 0 38 is the number you need to click upon to reserve your one-on-one counseling session with our ACCA experts. And I am just gonna very quickly, okay, I'll come back to this now. What we will do is we will very quickly answer your queries in the chat box first. So Rohan, I would request you to kindly unmute yourself so that we can very quickly solve students' queries, and then I will show you an exclusive, I will show you an exclusive coupon which was only going to be available for you who are, the participants for the webinar, whom, that link you can use exclusively while you register for the ACCA registration with us. So this is going to be exclusive for you. I will just be sharing that link with you in a jiffy as soon as I resolve your queries. Okay. Let's take up few questions here. So Yogita says, how much time it takes to clear ACCA? Yogita, just a very quick, answer for here. It will depend upon your base qualification, the number of exemptions that you get, and how quickly you are completing your ACCA exams, the remaining ACCA exams that you have to appear for. Exams are happening every quarter. in the first week of March, June, September, and December. It's a fixed date sheet. And if you're beginning from the very first paper, the first 4 papers of ACCA are on-demand papers, which mean if today I am, ready with my studies, tomorrow I can go up to Jhandewala's VGLD office and appear for my exam. The first 4 papers are on demand. Again, a very interesting thing that one of the students had asked was with respect to where to appear for the exams for. So, there are ACCA, computer-based exam centers across India as well as across the world. However, ACCA being the progressive qualification that it is, you can appear for the exam remotely from your home as well. And that is precisely why students were able to progress in their ACCA journey during the COVID hit times as well. That is the kind of support that ACCA provides to its students. Okay, let me quickly rush up on the next query then. Exemptions and time period for completion of ACCA post-CA. I think I have, we've covered that query of yours already, Janal. It is better to do ACCA along with BCom. Yes, absolutely. Always better to have 2 degrees rather than just having 1 professional degree. So ACCA along with BCom is something that you should definitely opt for, especially if you're a Delhi University student and appearing, in your Bachelor of Commerce from Delhi University. VGLD has some exclusive discount codes which we can provide to you, wherein you will be exempted for the first 4 papers while you just start with your ACCA journey towards your ACCA journey at the start itself. So please reach out to the team in case you are registered with, if you're pursuing your Bachelor of Commerce from Delhi University as well. Okay, time period for completion after graduation. I think I've already answered that. When are the exams? Already answered. Exemptions already answered. How much time it requires to achieve the first level? Well, Shivnath, like I said, the first level is a computer-based exam. So, it really is going to be dependent upon how fast you are in, studying and how fast you are in completing the syllabus and appearing for the exam as well. Okay. Rohan, I would just request you to answer this query. How many exemptions MBA in International Finance would get?
So it depends upon the subjects that you have studied. But I think the exemption calculator, my colleague has pasted it somewhere in the chat. I'll try to, give it back to you. But I think exemption calculator is something that one can refer. There are multiple institutes with multiple, degrees available. And it's difficult to, pinpoint and say that this will give you this much.
Absolutely.
So it depends upon the university, but exemption calculator. Okay, so Himani has posted it again. So you can refer it, choose what you're doing there because it has database for all. And then you'll be able to see how many exemptions.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rohan, for that. So yes, it would be dependent upon your college, your year of passing, and what kind of, exemptions is ACCA awarding to that particular body. How are exams conducted? Exams are conducted on the computer and you can appear for them at home as well. Can you take up job and pursue ACCA? Yes, absolutely, Sunidhi. In fact, 80% of our students who, who register for the qualification and who are pursuing the qualification are working professionals as well. So be it qualified CAs, be it semi-qualified CAs, they are already working somewhere and now looking to expand with the ACCA qualification. So yes, absolutely go for it. Exemptions already taken up. Okay.
So I've been trying to answer some in the chat as well, Shilpi.
Yeah, even I have tried to pour in some of the answers. So I'm hoping we have already answered. CA Interpass with 40 plus. Yes, like I just mentioned, you will be eligible for additional exemptions in ACCA. Please book a one-on-one counseling session with the counseling team and they will, guide you accordingly. Okay.
Right. So there are a couple of people who have asked about, so there's another question. I'm not sure the same person has asked this about the AI beat ACCA in future. I mean, I'm not somebody who can judge that or I'm not somebody who can forecast that. But what I can tell you is that AI can beat certain things which can become obsolete. Like if you just know how to make entries in a data, for the data, absolutely AI will replace it. It has already replaced it. If you are so if I talk about a very, very simple example from daily life, if we need to go somewhere and we don't have our own car, we call an Uber, right? Now, what Elon Musk is doing is basically trying to replicate drivers and make autonomous cars. So every day, one scale or the technology is increasing at such a stage or at such a pace that every day we are seeing a change in the technology and somebody's job is getting replaced. So it is all about you having skills like leadership, strategy, decision making that cannot be replaced. AI can only work on the inputs that you have given, but at one stage they might become more intelligent and rule over us. But what I'm trying to say is it will not going to replace decision makers and strategy makers in the next 100 years at least, unless there's something that is happening and we are not aware of.
Absolutely right, Rohan. And just like I'm a trainer for the SPL subject, so let me very quickly tell you the kind of things that we actually teach in the qualification. So here you will be taught about cloud computing, AI, and all of these progressive things that are there that, that are very fast-pacedly changing the world around us as well. And similarly, the ACCA qualification is equally fast-paced as well. So it's not just making you an accountant, it's making you a strategic business leader at the same time. So that is the kind of skills that you develop once, you qualify with the qualification. So it's just a matter of, proving that how irreplaceable you are at the end of the day. So definitely on your own skills. Okay, quick question there, Rohan. What about the people who has experience in different designations, as in sales or customer support and pursuing ACCA? Will they be moving in as a fresher, and how does all of this work?
I don't think ACCA gives you a particular technical skill that will require you to move to a fresher position. ACCA is giving you holistic learning in terms of management, in terms of accounting, in terms of finance, in terms of leadership, strategy, even AI and the modern skills. So it is only enhancing your skill. You will now have a holistic approach towards the budgeting, towards the finance operations, rather than only sales. So I don't think it is going to bring you down. It is going to only excel or enhance your career rather anything else. So I don't think that is the case. You will definitely be going up in a better position with ACCA.
Absolutely right, Rohan. Thank you so much for that. Okay, someone says, what if I have completed my MCOM, then also will I get only 4 exam exemptions? Okay, again, so I would request you to please open up the exemptions link and check for your particular university, your college, your year of passing. ACCA calculator is very quick in calculating the number of exemptions that you will get. And apart from that, obviously the team here at VG Learning is just a call away. So the number is mentioned on the slide. Please reach out for a one-on-one, bespoke counseling session that will be there for you. Okay. I am BMS graduate in finance and I have applied for MSc International Accounting and Finance with accreditation of ACCA and CIMA from Swansea University, United Kingdom. I will be giving the exams from UK. They are giving 9 fundamental exemptions. Will I be able to get job after giving remaining exams? Well, Kinari, absolutely. I mean, you should not be, even having an iota of a doubt about this. Rohan has already, shared the careers portal link with you. Please look for career opportunities in whatever part of the world you really want to, make yourself a career in. So please feel free to do research, do homework, and look at the kind of opportunities which are going to be available to you. Okay.
So, my colleague just gave me a brilliant idea of sharing the PI Insight report, the Professional Insights report link for ACCA. So just for everybody's understanding, ACCA does a lot of research, and we publish a lot of reports for everybody's benefit, whether it be countries, cities, or governments. And for the people who are worried about AI or who want to know what the accounting profession will look like in the next 50 years or 100 years, should go through this link and look at the relevant report for yourself and have a look and have a study. It will give you some more clarity in terms of why you should take up a profession through ACCA.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rohan, for sharing that. Okay, VS Raghavi wants to know the complete cost to complete ACCA. Okay, like I said, it will all depend upon your starting point of ACCA. So it's going to be different for each one of you. Will be dependent upon your base qualification, the number of exemptions that you will have. So again, I would request you to please reach out to the team and, book yourself a one-on-one consultation. Best booked for ACCA, says Shreya. Shreya, ACCA actually has 2 approved learning content providers, BPP as well as Kaplan. However, being the progressive qualification that ACCA is, very soon they will be launching their own study material as well, which will be freely available to all ACCA registered students as well. So yes, I mean, for best book, then I would definitely vouch for the ACCA's own study material. And also, I mean, I'm not sure whether students have really asked this or not, but one thing I really want, to know as a trainer, I mean, I feel that, it's very important for me to tell you that the exams are going to be computer based. So most of us actually have this, fear in our mind that how will I appear for the exam on the computer? The SBL exam is a 4-hour long exam. The others are going to be 3-hour long exams. What time? What if my computer skills are not, I'm not so tech savvy per se. So remember, the qualification is something that will help you groom to be job ready. So in today's time and age, if we are, if you are already a working professional, you will know the amount of pen and paper we actually use. It's actually next to zero, right? We are all, making use of spreadsheets. We are all making use of Word documents and preparing our PPT slides. And that is the kind of skills that ACCA wants you to, have in you while you're preparing for the qualification. And thus, appearing for the exam on the computer is something which will slowly and gradually upskill you, make you more job ready. ACCA also supports its students with respect to the resources and making sure that they are actually ready for the exam also. So they actually have launched, a CBE practice platform, which is again freely available to all ACCA registered students, wherein we trainers actually go to the platform, maneuver around the platform, do our questions in the class on the platform itself. So there is no use of pen and paper, even though it's a live online class. We don't use pen and paper in the class as well. Me, along with all my students, are only appearing for questions on the computer. So they are, learning that skill as well, that they are removing that fear of the computer-based exam as well. So this platform, many other resources which are available from ACCA, they are all there to help you. They are all there to guide you. And once you actually enroll, I mean, there will be, a much detailed guided session given to you regarding the plethora of resources which will help you prepare for the exam, which will help you clear the exam as well. So, I mean, please don't, be skeptical about or don't fear yourself out of any of these small little concerns that you may have. Okay, Himani, I really need your help. Tell me if I have skipped on any particular important question, because just too many queries for me to go around. Let me see.
So there is a question, can we pursue masters after ACCA? You can, of course, do any qualification after ACCA, but just to let you know, there are certain countries where ACCA is considered as masters, and you can start directly PhD in those countries after ACCA.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We really hope that, we've covered most of the questions, because I feel that they are mostly repetitive questions. What I would very strongly advise each one of you to is, just like I said in the beginning, right? Make an informed decision. And for that, you need to book yourself a one-on-one counseling session with the team. So spare yourself some more minutes. You've already given us, an hour of your valuable time. Give some more time, follow up on the activity, and just find out that how this qualification can help you, probably live the dream life that you have, probably, help you land up in the dream job that you have, and that too, not just only in India, but any part of the world as well. So that is something that, just give yourself another half an hour to book yourself, with the counselors as well, please. Okay, like
And
I
Shilpi,
said,
there is a question, and I'm sure that I'm really sorry to interrupt you,
no,
but they're
please
saying
go
that they
ahead.
are a working professional, so I'm sure you will have some weekend classes or online classes for them, right?
Absolutely. Like I said, majority of our students are working professionals only. So the classes are happening live online over Zoom, like you and I are interacting today. Similarly, I conduct the classes as well. And the classes are only happening over the weekends with 100% backup being given on the LMS as well. So don't worry, all of that is already taken care of. Okay, so like I said, because you've spared out this time and this valuable time of yours, and you've listened to us, so I am just going to give away an extra benefit for you guys. I am sharing a Scratchpad link with you. Please explore it, scratch this page to get an additional benefit for yourself when you actually enroll for the qualification. Just send the screenshot of this to your counselor and you will get this additional benefit as well because this is only for the webinar participants. So please go ahead and explore this benefit as well. Now, before we actually, wind up the session, I am just going to very quickly open up a poll for you. So just in case all of those who want to get, a quick counseling session booked for yourself, please answer in the poll question that I have just shown on the screen. And the team at VGLD will definitely get back to you. I would request everybody to please put in their answers in the poll.
And for the people who are asking for total fees or the fees for the exam, it will be a better idea if you book a consultation session, which is absolutely free of cost with VGLD. And they will guide you according to your qualification and what exams you have to write, because it is very difficult to tell a total fee, because every exam has a different fee and you have to pay the fee as you progress for those exams as well. So there are multiple things that VGLD will be able to tell you regarding that. So please contact them.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rohan, for that. I would request everybody to very quickly, please put in the answers in the poll. I know because of paucity of time, we probably have not been able to answer all your queries. However, the expert counselors at VG Learning are there for your every single query. And, you have all the rights to ask 1,000 times all the queries that you have. And then please make an informed decision regarding your career. Okay, answers coming in. I request all those who have not put in the poll answer as yet to very quickly drop in either a yes or a no, depending upon, which route you really want to, take up.
Still be some students cannot see the poll for some reason, maybe.
That's strange because ideally it should be on everybody's screen.
So you can drop a yes or no in the chat if you're not able to see the poll.
Yes, please do that. For those who are not able to see or, put their answers in the poll box, just drop in a yes in the chat box and the team will definitely reach out to you. Or you could just ping me in the WhatsApp group as well. And the team, I will arrange for a one-on-one counseling session with you guys. Okay, wonderful. That's just great, guys. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you so much for participating in the poll and giving us such an overwhelming response. I'm personally, a huge fan of the ACCA qualification. So I get very excited when talking about the qualification because there is so much so to inform the students. And we sometimes, feel that it's such a wonderful qualification, but probably, people don't know about it as yet. So, when I qualified my ACCA back in 2009, it was, and I came back to India from UK after having done my qualification, I used to address it as London wala CA karke aayi hu. So believe you me, from the time I am, I did my ACCA to today, as we speak now, the qualification, its recognition, not just only in India, but across the world, has just skyrocketed. It's a 100-year-old qualification. So obviously, it's not that, something that we need to be more skeptical about. It is something that probably the awareness of it probably, is lesser. Because in Indian, households, if we talk about it, everybody knows about the CA qualification, the traditional CA route. But probably, people don't understand that. What about people who don't want to invest that kind of time, energy, effort? I mean, if somebody is like, just starting with their college, I would really want you to enjoy your college life. At the same time, build yourself a qualification, build yourself a career that is a rewarding career for you in the future as well. So, by all means, you take it up or you don't take it up, but explore the option. That is my only sincere request to all of you. And I really, really thank each one of you who have joined us today and, spared their valuable time to know more about this extremely exciting qualification. I always end up with my favorite line: millions of opportunities, one global qualification, ACCA. Thank you so much, Rohan. Thank you so much, all the students, for joining in. And it was wonderful to have you all here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Shilpi. Thank you.